Hello, and welcome to episode 10.5 of I Will Break Your Game with the Talos Principle. So, why am I doing a revisitation of episode 10? Well, during episode 10, during the puzzle I'm currently completing, I said that I maybe had a feeling you could get the box out of this puzzle, but I hadn't managed to do it. Well, someone took up the challenge, and very quickly I might add. The next day I found a video response with someone showing me the solution to getting the cube out of this puzzle. I'm going to recreate the solution here, and there's also a link to the original video down in the description. So thanks to the Avenger29, or to Avenger29, for the solution. The implication of this is that now we can get 3 cubes out into the hub, and I mentioned in episode 10 that if this was manageable, it makes the rest of the level a cakewalk, because what it allows for is you to build a staircase out of the 3 cubes. First you can jump on top of a single cube, and then from there you can jump on top of a stack of 2 cubes. It saves us quite a lot of hassle that you may have seen me dealing with in episode 10. So, here's how to bring the cube out of this puzzle with you. At this point in my previous solution, we put the cube on these bricks and used it to get on top of the wall. However, if you glitch the cube out, you can actually get it to tilt at an angle, and you can do that by looking at the wireframe of the cube when you're placing it against the wall. When it clips into the wall, you know it's going to start glitching out when you place it. And if you get lucky, the cube will angle itself just enough that you can grab it. Then you can very slowly start edging your way down the curvature at the top of this wall until you're just low enough to grab the cube. This might take some time. You can see I have a few attempts at it before I can actually grab it. The Avenger29 managed this a lot more gracefully in his original video, but you get the general idea. However, this wasn't the end of things. In his response, the Avenger29 also challenged me to get 3 cubes out into the hub of this level without using fans. If you saw episode 10, you'll know that out of the puzzle I've just walked into, I got both cubes out using the fan. And since he showed me the solution to getting a cube out of a box of pie, I thought it was only fair to respond to this by getting 3 cubes out without any fans. And here are my solutions. We're going to begin this puzzle as normal, and then we're going to go on to recreate the solution I used in episode 10 to get the sigil, only this time we're going to bring a cube out of the map with us, and from there it's very easy to get to the hub. But that only leaves us with 1 cube in this level. At first glance, I couldn't really find a way of getting a cube out of the level with me, because all the jumps to various walls that allow me to get out of the map using a cube left the other cube too far away for me to grab. So to begin with, I opted to try and get the cube out of a redundant power supply, another puzzle on this level. I couldn't manage it, although I'm not entirely sure it's impossible, so if anyone wants to try and get the cube out of that puzzle, by all means give it a go. Instead, I came back to this puzzle the right angle. It was still pretty difficult because, as you can see here, the jump that I used to get out of the map the first time leaves me too far away from the cube to grab, so I needed another solution. In the end, I did find another solution, and here's how I did it. We're going to bring the second cube back to this statue, and if you place the cube at its feet so it's tilted upwards, then you can jump onto the statue, and the cube is high enough that you can grab it if you stand just at a low point on the statue. Again, this requires just sidling your way down until it's just within reach. From here, there is a series of wall jumps we can make that allows us to get out of the puzzle bounds. It is quite tricky though, some of the angles you have to jump at are really quite awkward. For this particular jump, you want to try and get as far out to the edge of the shelf that we're jumping from as you possibly can. We want to be jumping right to the back corner over there without colliding with any of the pillars on the way. The next jump we're making is equally awkward. You want to change direction mid-air so that you don't collide with the pillars. And just like in the puzzle A Box of Pie, we're going to use the Fizzler again as a platform. And with one final jump we have 3 cubes out into the hub. As I say, this pretty much makes breaking the rest of the levels trivial. I'll show you an example of breaking the one I found most difficult when recording episode 10. Thank you very much for watching, thanks to the Avenger29 for a solution, and I'll see you next time.